Hello, here's Roland Grapow, and you are on Southeast Rec Metal.
You're playing today here at the Classic Rock and Metal meeting. How did you get involved in this event?
Yeah, I was invited by this Mr.
Long story,
just said. And we talked about it 2 years ago. Yeah, since 2 years, and then this pandemic, Corona stuff happening, and we had to cancel it, and postponing it. And finally, so I'm here, and looking forward to it.
As I say, my relationship.
I heard that you had rehearsals last night, so can you? Because this is coming out after the show. So can you tell us? What are you going to play today?
Yeah, for me it's a surprise to work with musicians I've never, played with or even met. I was in contact with a guitar player some years ago about equipment, pedals and stuff. He's a guitar nerd, he has so many guitars. He told me 200 guitars. Oof, I don't have. And so when we met in the rehearsing room, the magic was there. So they were well prepared. Really good musicians, and even the twin harmony parts, he was learning everything in the right way. And the funny thing is, when I played the songs with Helloween, that's for instance the Dark Ride, which we play today, and I played all the lead stuff, and Waiki played the rhythm parts, but he played also this harmony parts, which I did only on the album. So that was refreshing to hear that. So we do it today again.
Nice to hear. I got to ask you, how much did you have, to say for what you're going to play? Was it you, or did they suggest what you're going to play?
We have this with Masterplan. We had this Pump Kings album, which I re-recorded all my Helloween songs already. So we had already Time of the Owls, The Chance, and our setup. For me, it's easy to play these songs because we made already 50 shows with these songs. And so I told them, let's play these songs and some other stuff, which I played 3 years ago in South America. There was a similar event, playing more Helloween stuff with musicians from Brazil. And we played also Someone's Crying, Still We Go. So we do this as well here. And I said, okay, how long is the set? This is not so long like a normal gig, like 1.5 or something hour, but we can play 30 minutes or 40, he said. And then the guy suggested, let's play Dark Ride. I said, no, I said, it's too complicated. And we do now. And I learned it the last 2 weeks to my own parts, which I didn't play for 20 years, or 21, 2 years. And it's a lot of fun it's like sitting in a time capsule, going back in time and analyzing what the 20 years or 22 years younger Roland Grapow wrote at that time and played, So because I had a different kind of an Helloween approach of creating my parts, I had also different sound. Not so much on the last album, but like all the other songs before. I played Fender Stratocaster with Marshall, and now I have Les Paul and more modern amps and stuff, and it's fun. It's really fun.
You mentioned that you've been doing similar events in South America. So, are there many these kind of Helloween events or rock events where you can play these old Helloween songs?
Yeah.
Are there a lot of them?
I think it's not so many, but definitely in South America it's a big market. They, other guys doing the same, like Timo Tolki. He did just recently with our bass player Yari, and I'm getting invited again for next year, April. So for 8 shows, doing the same again. And I said to them, let's play just Helloween stuff, my songs and some of the other guys, to make the people happy. If they want to see Masterplan, I go with my band and don't need a kind of cover band playing my songs. But to play the old stuff, and the people are so happy. They know I'm not invited in this reunion, and they want to hear the other songs or my version of some of their songs, and it's fun.
Well, let's talk about just one question about Helloween from your era with the band. What's your favorite album from your time with Helloween, if you have to pick one?
Oh, that's not fair, because maybe the last one I did with them is my favorite, because it has the most difficult times, and the result is pretty, for my it's pretty strong for me. It's kind of I'm proud of nearly every song. To be honest, I played I think 90% of all the guitars of this album, and Mikey played just 2 songs, and so I'm really proud. And then if you get out of this band and with a strong album, not a weak one, it's really nice. But I also love Time of the Owls, and even I didn't write any song, I like Better Than Raw a lot, and my parts are pretty strong. I also worked on Uli's stuff like Push, so the verses are without credit, but definitely it's a great album. But I think maybe the best time we had with the band in a positive way was Time of the Owls era, and then slowly started getting trouble coming. But for me, the Dark Ride is like, goodbye. Good.
Well, then to the master plan. You started the band when you were in Helloween, and you started to do it with Uli. But what's the situation now for master plan? Are you planning shows or maybe recording new music in 2023?
Yeah, we had hard to say. We made an album last time. It's, I don't know, soon 10 years, the Novo Minitium. I think it was 2013 or something. And then we just played the old stuff mostly, because people want to hear the first and second album most, on the biggest hits. And then we made a live album, DVD, and then we made this Pumpkins, which is also not typical, So the new album is already written. We have 12 songs, and we just need to work a bit on the lyrics. And Rick has to sing, and then I'm mixing, and that's it. So we have definitely the material. We could be finished already, but I'm always busy with mixing in my studio other bands, and I can't say no to them because I need the money as well. And it's not like this anymore that you release an album and you get big advances anymore and say I don't need other work. So the time changed drastic, and to make an album is more or less luxury already, And especially people are not so. Maybe myself, I'm in the same boat. If you have a history, people want always the old songs, like Iron Maiden fans. They want a new album and then they pick up, maybe play one song live, that's it, It's like that, If you're a new band, it's maybe different, but Master Plan is always, we have a good album coming now, but of course the people will, the first one is the best. It's always like that, Like first Eddie Van Halen was the best, Deep Purple was the best in the beginning, all this stuff. But it's definitely coming, and we have already some shows booked. We're not touring anymore, like in a normal way, because it's too risky. The trend nowadays, like Anthrax, cancel the European tour because also the budget. So I'm not. If you make minus, it's on my shoulders, not the band, because I pay the band for the gigs and everything. Everybody, most of the guys in the band have normal jobs. And I'm working with my studio, so I'm happy about it. So I decided a long time ago we just play festivals or secure a little touring, like Spain. We do sometimes 8 shows, and the promoters doing all this stuff without having a risk. The same with South America. And we have a big festival already in Germany playing, but I can't say the name because it will be announced in 2 weeks, I guess. And some other smaller festivals like in Austria, in Czech Republic, one I forgot. 5 festivals we have already. Sweden, yeah, this in the north. No, it's not in the north. Yeah, with MSG and Uli Ross, I forgot about it. Yeah, I hope more is coming, but we're very selective. We don't want to play too much anymore, because for me it's also stress, going to the airport and flying and coming back after 2 days, drinking with the band and playing, and then you need another couple of days to recover, and so it's hard work.
So you can make things nowadays like you want to do them, so you don't have to be part of the big machine anymore.
To be honest, I don't need to be part of this stressy touring system anymore, To be honest, I'm in the age now, I can't even think to be 6 weeks on a tour bus or something. I did last time, was Master Plan supporting Saxon, and it's really exhausting. And on the other hand, we did support, and it wasn't the right slot. When you play in front of the wrong people, which want to hear just Saxon and, support band was, what is this Australian band? Rose Tattoo, could it be? So the people like this kind of stuff, and then even the roadies of Saxon, which are Germans. Oh, you play so complicated. Why is everything so complicated? So what? You know, this kind of enlightened me, the rhythm like da 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 da. And for me, it's easy and sounding great, but for them, it was like we want AC/DC riffs. So and that was definitely the wrong, slot for us. And like I said, now it's too risky for us. We did the last headline tour, 2013, I guess, 14. And some shows were great, like 200-300 people came. Some shows we had 50 people, and then you make minus. And I said, no, come on, If they want to see me on a festival, because people are going now to big festivals are always full. Smaller festivals, people want to see a lot for their money, and they want to see the whole heavy metal scene on one festival. That's it. That's a trend, and they're not going to the single shows of the band so much anymore, except you are really big, like Scorpions or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Or Helloween.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, let's talk about your studio. You mentioned that you work there. How long have you been doing that?
I had my own home studio, which was always my dream, to record guitars at home with a professional sound. So I started in the middle of the 90s. I think it was 97 when I had my first solo album. I made some money with this album, good advances. So I spent a lot for studio equipment, but I didn't know how to use it. I just wanted to have it, like really expensive tape machine, recorder, Studer, and Neve preamps, old ones from the 70s. I still have most of the gear. And then, some people helped me. An engineer came to my house and helped me recording on the second album especially, or I did some recording for the bass player of Helloween, Markus. He did a solo album in my old studio. And so far, and later, I said, okay, I needed to leave Germany because found a different girl in Slovakia. So I took all the gear over there, and then it was around 2005. In 2007, I wanted some advance from AFM. Can we get more money? And I said, no, it's enough. You have everything spent already. Why are you not using your studio and record some other bands? I said, I don't want. But then I did. Some band found out that I'm in Slovakia living. They're from Czech Republic. The band called X-Core, and it's more like trashy. And I recorded them, and by coincidence, it sounded so good that all the people contacted me in Czech and Slovakia. And I said, what's going on, And then slowly I started learning the progress of real mixing, and recording is not such a problem for me because I saw how they did it. But the mixing was more or less, and mastering. And Andy Sneap helped me a lot. So I went, because he recorded the first Masterplan album and the second, the guitars. And then I always kept the contact and went every 2 years. And now I'm also go when Judas Priest is playing here in Bratislava, so I'm always visiting him. So he's my idol in the mixing kind of. I love his sound, and I try to be the small part of it, the little Andy Sneap. And so it's a lot of fun. I'm sitting at home. You can be creative with. Every mix is somehow different. You're always searching for the right solution. So I'm not making the same like other band before, and always try to get further and further, or better and better. And sometimes you get a couple of step backs. The customers, especially when it's keyboard player, I want more keyboards, because I'm a guitar player, I want to have loud guitars. And just had a customer, and he was like, and then now he told me today, he wrote, so my band heard my solo album, and they said, the sound is amazing, we want Roland Grapow now mixing. So all the trouble sometimes is going to the positive side. And people are also learning, because I have a different taste in the band itself. And I want to listen how I could appreciate the sound, and they're expecting maybe something more classic, old school, and I like to be more modern in a way, especially drums and bass and guitars definitely, and keyboards. I'm a big fan of make them listening, you know, not in the right spot from the volume and the EQing, but not so mega loud like amateur keyboard mixes, you know, that, I mean, you hear it, you don't need to make it extra loud. And if you listen to Rammstein, these keyboards are definitely really beautiful sounding in the right way, not too low end and high end. They're really mid-rangey, and I love this. So the power is always in the mid-range of guitars, vocals, and everything, you know. And yeah, I love this, sitting there alone, and then. But sometimes I work too long, you know.
That sounds like a natural step. Yeah. That sounds like a natural step for you from moving from, you know, as a performing artist or guitar player with a band to the studio work. So, but one more question, last question about tonight's event. Are you going to play with Les Pinks? Do you have a song which you're going to perform together?
Maybe one song, yeah, as an encore, but we will see how the audience is reacting, and so it will be the last song then of the evening, yeah, but you will see. By the way, maybe, because I talked a lot about the mixing situation in my studio, seems like I get an offer now from an Italian label to work for them and producing, writing the songs, lyrics, melodies and everything, and mixing, and you know, many people doing this nowadays, and maybe I will start next year as well. Okay. So it's not signed now, but we talked many years now, and now I decided let's do it.
Sounds great. Yeah. That's a great plan. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Have a great show tonight, and hope to see you again in Finland with maybe with Masterplan. And then we have this photo. Actually, it's from '96. The same two fellas here.
Now we're looking better.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thank you very much.